Have you ever wondered why a banana peel makes us laugh when someone slips, but when life trips us, we don't laugh at all? We roar, we rage, we boil inside. A banana peel is thin, silly, almost nothing, yet it changes the way we walk. Anger is like that. It looks small, but it makes us stumble in ridiculous ways. What if I told you that you could walk past every peel life throws at your feet without slipping, without snarling, without ever letting anger claim you again? One afternoon, Golu sat on the floor with a banana peel on his head like a crown. "Look," he giggled, "I am king of bananas." I almost told him not to waste food, but then I stopped. Because in that absurd little moment, I saw something. Anger is the opposite of a child's play. Where he wore the peel like a crown, I would have stepped on it and cursed. Where he laughed, I would have scowled. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." And I think of that whenever I feel heat rising in my chest. Anger punishes us before it touches anyone else. Like slipping on a peel, it's our bones, our pride, our peace that hits the floor. But here's a secret, whispered so only you can hear. I used to be addicted to anger. I thought it gave me strength, a kind of fuel. But it was like drinking seawater. It burned going down. It made me thirstier. It hollowed me out. I carried rage like a badge, when in truth it was a shackle. Zen tells us, when the mind is still, the world surrenders. Yet anger makes the mind tremble like a drum in a storm. A simple sound becomes unbearable. A tiny delay becomes an insult. A stranger's glance becomes a battle. Anger shrinks our universe until we live in a cage built of sparks. One day, I watched Golu trying to blow bubbles. He puffed too hard, and the soap splashed into his eyes. For a second he frowned, but then, with eyelashes dripping, he laughed so hard that even the sting seemed funny. "Bubble is angry with me," he shouted, chasing the slippery air with wet hands. I realized then, if even pain can be turned into play, why not insult? Why not failure? Why not delay? Seneca said, "The best remedy for anger is delay." Children understand this without reading. They cry, then they forget. They scream, then they laugh. Their anger lasts as long as a soap bubble, while ours becomes glass, hard and cutting, carried for years. I sometimes imagine anger as a banana peel stuck to the bottom of my shoe. Every step squeaks with resentment. People hear it before I speak. But if I pause, if I peel it off gently and toss it aside, the world becomes quiet again. That's the trick. Not to stamp harder, not to shout louder, but to notice what clings to you and let it go. Zen has koans, paradoxical riddles meant to short-circuit thought. One goes, what is the sound of one hand clapping? Anger is like a hand clapping in an empty room. It makes noise only because we demand it to. If you do not respond, if you sit still, the echo dies. Sometimes Golu tests his truth without knowing. He hides behind a chair and suddenly jumps out, roaring like a lion. "Are you scared?" He demands. My heart leaps, but I laugh. He asks again and again, until finally I sit silent, smiling. The more I refuse to react, the sillier his roar sounds. At last he falls giggling, defeated by his own echo. This is how anger loses its teeth. By your silence, not your struggle. And yet, let me confess something even deeper. I once shouted at someone I loved, only to see their eyes dim. That moment never left me. Anger doesn't just punish us. It bruises others in ways we can't measure. Zen monks say words are like arrows once loosed. They cannot be recalled. I still feel the arrow I shot that day, years later. That wound taught me what no book could. Anger makes us clumsy archers, hitting hearts we never meant to aim at. So how do you never get angry again? Not by force, not by will. Force is more firewood. Will is more spark. Instead, by play. By curiosity. By wearing the peel like Golu does, instead of stepping on it. Try this. The next time you feel the spark rising, imagine it as a peel under your foot. Smile at it. Whisper, "You are thin. You are silly. You are not me." Walk past it as though Golu himself were watching, waiting to laugh if you slip. This isn't denial. This is detachment. This is freedom. Marcus taught that external things cannot harm your soul unless you let them. Zen whispers that nothing is yours to cling to, not even your own emotions. Between them is a bridge. Anger only binds you if you pick it up. Drop it, and your hands are free. Picture yourself sitting by a pond. A stone splashes. The ripples spread. You could curse the stone. Or you could simply watch until the water stills again. Anger is nothing but ripples. Why dive in? Why drown when patience is enough to see the surface smooth again? The other day, Golu dropped his banana peel on the pond. It floated golden like a tiny boat. He clapped his hands and shouted, "Banana is sailing away." I thought, so too can my anger sail, if only I let it. The peel does not cling. It drifts. Why should I hold what even water lets go? So here is your playful practice. Tomorrow, choose one small irritation, a delay, a rude word, a broken plan. Hold it gently in your hand like a banana peel. Then, instead of throwing it at someone, lay it on the ground and bow to it. Yes, bow. Golu would laugh at you, but he would also understand. Because when you bow, you are saying, "I see you, I honor your lesson, and I release you." Subscribe if you'd let a child teach you philosophy next week. And remember this, the peel that makes others slip can become your crown.